Hello and welcome to another installment of Around the Kitchen Table with Lane Curley and the Tullahoma Entrepreneurs. I'm the longtime part-time mayor of Tullahoma. As you may know, each year I introduce a different community initiative. Things like Go Green Tullahoma, Get Fit Tullahoma, the Tourism Council, the Sports Council, all in an effort to move Tullahoma forward and to get more citizens involved. This year my emphasis is on entrepreneurism. So what's an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur are the makers, the doers, the hustlers, the risk takers, and the dreamers. They often bring a vibrancy to a community. They turn ideas into reality and they create jobs. These are the founders who invest their own blood, sweat, and sometimes tears. Oftentimes their ideas start around a kitchen table and they grow from there. We have hundreds of successful entrepreneurs in Tullahoma. We need to welcome, encourage, and celebrate these entrepreneurs. It's important we support our local entrepreneurs. A goal of mine is to make Tullahoma Tennessee's rural entrepreneurial capital and the city of opportunity and innovation. So while we're around the kitchen table, believe it or not, that's where many business ideas are created and nurtured. Some ideas then move to the garage, then perhaps a small office or storefront, then the business is off and running. So each week I want to introduce you to a Tullahoma entrepreneur. Someone who has put his or her own money at risk and created jobs. It's important, as I said, to support our local entrepreneurs. Joining us around the kitchen table today is Joey Brassfield and Jennifer Halliburton, relatively new business in town, Blackfoot Barbershop. I heard Joey speak at a Chamber of Commerce event a couple of months ago, and he fascinated everybody there with his passion, his background, and his plans for the future. You know, I thought to myself, I want to get to know this young man better. So here we are. So welcome, Joey, and welcome, Jennifer. So, Joey, tell us a little bit about your background.
Yes, Mayor Curley, I'm from Coffee County myself. Was born here in 1982, and just grew up here. Went through Coffee County High School. Still play sports, football, baseball. Always working with the community in the Coffee County area, and joined the military when I was 18 years of age, and kind of went a little bit of everywhere, traveled the world, just had to get away. And just like most people here in Coffee County, brought us right back to a good homeland.
Sure.
And so here's where I've been ever since.
Good. So tell us a little bit about your entrepreneurial background.
Sure. When I was in the military, I traveled the world. I saw all these passions, all the things that I wanted to be, wanted to grow into, still trying to find who I was as a young man. Partnered up with some friends, just cutting hair in the barracks. I was like, hey, let's do this, let's do that. And I noticed how it made me feel to be able to serve someone else. They could be homesick or missing, their girlfriend back home. They come in, hang out, and just the way I felt when I made other people feel like, hey, we're at home. And at that point, I realized my passion and my purpose in life was to help other people reach their passions and to bring forth the potential they have in their life. And that's kind of where I went through there. And at that point, just been finding other ways to help others succeed in life.
Yeah, very good. So Jennifer, tell us your business partners. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Jennifer.
Well, I grew up in Hartsville, Tennessee, which most people know it as Trousdale County because they are football champions. And so, that's just the easiest way to remember that. I started off my career at Cracker Barrel's corporate office, and I worked, full-time while my then husband went to school to become an electrical engineer, and I was taking care of babies and house, all of that, doing all that. And then he finished school, and I got to come home and be a stay-at-home mom. And I was a stay-at-home mom for 14 years. And I know, it tends to look like that 14 years is just, blank space. I noticed that when I tried to come back into the working environment. But during that time, I wrote a book. I homeschooled all four of those kids. I volunteered in my church and in just every way that I could. And so, but that stuff didn't seem to count on, resumes.
Sure.
They wanted, paycheck dollars. And me, I was looking at it as, this is the way that I help. This is the way I work. I just want to help people and help grow, everybody to success. And that's where we came in. When he started telling me about the stuff that he had going on, I knew I wanted to be a part of that.
Yeah. So you described yourself earlier as an entrepreneur. Yeah.
Without the money.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I like, helping others
Yeah.
find their passion and make it happen.
Yeah, very good. Very good. So now I stopped by your shop, Blackfoot Barber Shop, yesterday and took some video.
Yes, sir.
So we've got that video ready to roll. So I want you to describe, it's a very unique situation there. So
Yes.
let's watch the video. So tell us where you're located.
Blackfoot Barbershop is located on 109 South Jackson Street, Tullahoma, Tennessee. We're a full-service barbershop, so we do everything from color to razor shaves to hot steam towel, facials. We do nostril hair removals, a little bit of everything. This is me working with Chris Alvarez, doing a haircut and chatting out. Wednesdays is an educational day, so we're doing a cutting class and a color class for our upcoming salon that opens tomorrow right next door at 111. We have amenities for all the children and the big children of all ages. We do play pool, we have a foosball table, Xbox One, so we're always doing multiple things just to kind of hang out and give you that feeling of just family. That's who we are at Blackfoot. Our mission is to inspire and empower through education and teamwork. And so we're all about bringing our family to the community and then everyone's community to our family as one. Yeah. The young lady, her name is Miss Courtney. She's going to be one of our main stylists at the Blackfoot Beauty Bar. As you can see, I'm doing a bald fade, just doing a consultation, making everybody feel and look as amazing as they can. Our setup is a little more traditional. We do have the old school barber style where we do use straight razor shaves as well as good hot towels and a Steve shave. We have 4 chairs. We have 6 barbers working at this time if they're not in educational classes. And so our biggest thing is to educate our artists as well as to educate the team as well as the community on how they can look and feel the best on their day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
That's what
I've driven by your shop numerous times, and oftentimes I see people in line.
Yes, sir.
And the parking in front is always full. So congratulations, you're off to a
thank
big
you.
start.
Definitely humbly blessed with that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So how are you growing your business?
The biggest thing that we look at as far as our business model and our marketing strategies is what did we start with and why did we do what we did? The main reason we started the Blackfoot Barbershop was to be able to serve our community. In Tullahoma, you don't see very many barbershops. It's one of those things in the past. What I've always loved about Tullahoma is I feel like I'm at home. I always feel like people are smiling and happy, kind of like the Andy Griffith days. You just walk down the street whistling. And I still do it. Walk into the Sundrop shop or $5 Treasures, just whistling and just enjoying the sunny day. And so we wanted to create a service that could give that back, so that it gives that feeling of community and culture that I grew up with here in Coffee County. And so that's what our main focus is giving that back. And we market that through word of mouth advertising, and so we do a lot of networking with schools, helping the community out, and that's blessed us a lot. Is just seeing, hey, these people are here for the community, and they can help us, look the part as well.
So tell us about the name.
We get that question a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Mayor Curley, we get that a lot. And the Blackfoot program came from the Blackfoot Confederacy. In the 18th century, during the exile of the Native American culture, they was trying to push the Native Americans up and out of the country. And they partnered up with the Blackfeet tribe, and at that point, they built a unit of different tribes. So it didn't matter what their background was, their war situations, or what skills they had. They came together, brought individual skills, and worked together as a team and fought back. And that's why the Native Americans now have land here in America as well as in Canada. And so we look on that of pulling together as a team and working together as a whole community.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. That's a good story. So how important is creativity to your business?
I say creativity as a whole for the organization that we're with is the primary focus. This is a new world. The world goes so fast. And so as an entrepreneur, being focused on creative ways to build your business, or creative ways to market, or creative ways to build the team, and that's where a person's life comes from. Life is all about purposeful living, and that's what success is having a purpose to do something else. And through that, we all have individual creative ways of thinking, and so we want to pull other people into that. And so creativity is the forefront of any community, and that's what makes us grow. Without creativity, we stay stagnant.
Yeah, and I think that the youth that is growing up today, they're less concerned about the financial, as you know, like when we grew up, it was always find you a job where you're going to make the most amount of money you can. But now they're more into how can I help the community. This is a much more service-oriented, you know, group of people that we've been raising, and you know, so I think that just finding ways to bring them in and give them that sense of purpose, you know, where they're making a difference in the community, that's where we excel.
Yeah. But even in your own work as a barber, is that how you describe yourself, as a barber, or how do you describe yourself?
Describing Joey's a person of, I guess, many hats. And so been barbering for 22 years. And so that is a trade that I've learned.
Okay.
My creativity is helping other people reach their dreams. So what I like to do is follow, let's create the new look. What is the new look of the community? What is around the world? And bringing the universal style and compacting into one universe. And that's what we're pulling into Blackfoot Barbershop, is we're getting the up-to-date technology, the best of the services that we can render and give back, and pull that together and give on out. And so as a barber, my role as a barber is definitely educating my team on what is new, what's happening around the world, what's about to come to Tullahoma, so we can always stay above the rest.
In terms of how your hair's cut, you're talking about the creativity part of that?
Yes, sir. You know, the new look.
Yeah.
People want to express themselves now. You know, everybody wants to express themselves. So what we do, we educate our guests also on this is what is going to look best for you professionally, or whatever your life is, and we're going to give you that look so that you can be the market. You can be the brand that everyone sees.
Yeah. So my wife describes me as straight out of the 70s. Would you say that's about right?
Well, a woman is always right, so we just want to go with that. Yes, sir.
So a lot of what you've described requires some hustle.
Yes.
Do you think of yourself as a hustler? And I mean that in a positive way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everybody asks about how did we do what we did so fast.
Sure.
And hustle is the main word. We're human. We're not robots and superheroes, which everybody asks us about that. We created something very quickly without any help. And Jennifer and I spent 18, 19, 20 hours painting, dusting, what a true entrepreneur is.
Yeah, sure.
The hustle behind the success. If
That people don't usually see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If people, everybody wants that outcome, the success outcome, but they're not willing to hustle and work the hours that it takes. Entrepreneurship, it doesn't stop at 5 o'clock.
Sure.
You know, I know earlier we was talking about your entrepreneur world, and you've worked really hard, and we've seen it over the years of that. How does that pay off? How does that pay off? And so, as you see, I mean, hustle takes it from the get-go and pushes it forth. You know, you're tired, but what are you going to do?
Yeah.
You got a choice. You can either say, you know what, I'm tired, I'm going home to sit back and do nothing, and that's the result you want to get. And so hustle, going out there and just not stopping, not having, you know, a wall in front of you and saying, hey, that wall's too high, I'm just going to back up.
Right.
As an entrepreneur, you have to always go forward and just have faith that it's going to work out the way it's going to work out. And if not, work even harder.
So has everything worked out perfect for you?
Oh, way.
So
No, sir.
Is there a setback along the way that you feel comfortable talking about?
Yes. Is it
Yes.
okay if I go?
Please go ahead. Definitely.
When we came into what was going to be at the barbershop, we had, you know, this one vision of how things were going to work. All the stations are going to be on this side's going to be seating, we're going to have pool table here, and you know, we had it all planned out. But then life hits,
Oh, yeah.
and we realized this side doesn't have enough plugs for doing the stations over there. And, you know, this side did have the plug, so we had to do a complete flip, which, you know, for a moment kind of like, you know, sent that panic. But then it was just like, you know what? It's just a setback. We move on. You know, we make it work.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, some people, if their mindset is not such that they can identify an obstacle and overcome that obstacle, that's a tough barrier for a lot of people.
It is.
But you've both learned over the years that when a setback happens, you deal with it and you do your best to move on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just got to drive with it. That's the biggest thing, is because they're going to have that in entrepreneurs. I mean, if always expect the unexpected. You know, if you think it's going to be smooth, that's not entrepreneurship. And I thrive off that. Everybody like, how do you handle this situation? I love that.
Yeah.
I love challenges.
Yeah.
That gives me a solution to create.
Yeah.
And so that's the game. You know, entrepreneurship for me is a game. I'm playing Monopoly the whole time. You know, sometimes you roll a dice. It's like, well, I did not hit, you know, boardwalk. I'm in jail again.
Yeah.
And like, what are you going to do about that?
Sure.
You know, how are you going to strategize that?
Right.
And so taking that and, you know, accepting the challenge and going
There
with
was
it.
one particular book we read. leading into that? Do you remember?
There's a lot of books. We read, for the past year, Miss Jennifer and I have communicated over the phone, and we would partner up with books. And we've probably read about 70 books this year, on top of working 18-hour days. And that goes back to that hustle. You know, what are you going to do above your everyone else around you? So,
now, did you have a business before coming to Tullahoma?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
For the past 2 years, I've been traveling America, just educating with schools and talking to other students about their future and what they're going to do in their future. We created a program that's called KJB Enterprises. It's a social enterprise, and what that is a program to help small businesses and other community leaders grow as a team. We worked on that for about a year. Ballroom dancing and other things that we've had common interest in just kind of grew our teamwork and saw that we both have strengths that we can grow from. I brought Miss Jennifer Halliburton in about a year ago with this program because I seen something in her that honestly I was lacking. You know, as great as a person as I feel I am, we all have our small challenges, and Jennifer balances that out. She balances it out, and that's the biggest thing is through teamwork is where you succeed. Together, everyone can achieve more. But KJB has been around for a couple of years, just traveling, doing consulting, doing counseling for other businesses and pulling that together. That's been around for about 4 years.
So I'm going to come back. I think I heard you say ballroom dancing. I'm going to come back to that in just a second. But now, does your shop have a slogan, and what does that slogan mean?
Yes, our slogan at Blackfoot, through the whole program of the Blackfoot program, either the salon or the photo studio, is to inspire and to empower through teamwork and education. That is our biggest format. That is our slogan. Everything that we focus on is how can we become more educated? How do we pull together as a team? You know, that's the biggest thing is even on our business cards, I don't put, hey, I'm an owner, I'm a master barber, I'm an educator. It's not about me, it's about the team. And so that's our biggest slogan is we're here to educate through teamwork and inspire other people to grow as well. So that's our main focus.
That's neat. Yeah, good. So I think I heard you say ballroom dancing a minute ago.
Yes, sir.
So tell me what that's about.
Yes, about 20 years ago, I opened a salon in Brentwood, Tennessee, and did very, very successful there. Loved it, but there's still something missing. And a friend of mine said, "Hey, you should take up ballroom dancing." I said, "I cannot dance. I have 3 left feet and don't know where the other one's at, and I can't do it. This is not going to happen." Wasn't raised that way. You know, I go coon hunting. And she finally begged me for about a year, and I went with her and fell in love with ballroom dancing. And so the shop was doing very well, so I was able to pull away and started focusing on learning how to dance because I wanted to go out there and dance. Everybody loves to dance, even when no one's looking, right? And so through that process, I actually got hired on because of my business strategies and the salesmanship of ballroom dancing. And fell in love with the art of dance. And then I met Miss Jennifer Halliburton at a dance competition that I was teaching. I was teaching a class here at the Tullahoma Dance Academy, right across the street, down by the police office there. And teaching the class, she came in and was dancing, and just at that point, just hit it off. Like, this is amazing. She had a talent. She's like, I can't dance. I'm just here to have a good time. And I was like, I love it. And so for the past year, we've been dancing. I've been teaching her to dance, and you know, we're opening up a dance school coming up. It's a ballroom program because it's all about the community coming together and having a good, pure time for, you know, everybody to get together and dance.
Honestly, I think dancing showed me a lot about business, how that works as well too, because you know you got to flow together in order for it to work. I mean, you said it the other day. Do you remember?
Yes.
How you?
We teach all my staff. We teach them ballroom dancing. It teaches people how to lead and follow, because in entrepreneurship you have to know each moment of what to do, when to step up and lead, and when to back out and say, you know what, maybe their way is going to be the better way. Let's see what they have and let them lead. And that is how you grow in any type of industry.
And if you're both trying to lead, it doesn't go very well.
Not at all.
It's not a graceful
transition.
So you mentioned earlier that you're opening a salon next door.
Yes, sir.
And I've heard you say on a couple occasions that you're teaching that your stylist, maybe, if that's what you call them. So teamwork is important to you.
Yes, sir.
I mean, in terms of you're not only leading, but you're teaching also, which is of course part of leading.
Yes, sir. If anyone comes to our studios, either the barbershop or the salon, all the guests are like, wow, it's amazing how the teamwork, you come together, you ask each other questions. If something's not exactly perfect, you'll pull another team member and say, how can we perfect this? And we're all that team. My background for the past 8 years is an international artistic director and an educational director. And so I'm all about teaching people how to grow them personally. And each person is educated through life skills, how to balance a checkbook, their personal finance, what are their goals, what are their dreams. And so throughout everything we do, if there is a haircut or something we just are working with, we will all work together as a team and we'll show each other, hey, this is how we do that. And we teach our guests of, hey, this is what we're doing. We're going to learn to make your design the best design possible. And we'll continue educating and continue that. So even with our salon opening tomorrow at 111 South Jackson Street, the biggest thing is education. What's going to purify the hair? What is going to make a person, when they leave the salon, feel like they can go, take on the world? Yeah. And so education is our primary focus. We'll even shut down for half a day, and as an entrepreneur, time is money. And a lot of people say, hey, how can you afford this to shut the doors down to educate? Well, that's our primary focus. And so we go to different classes. We'll fly our staff out, let them learn, come back and teach the rest of us on how to be better and grow. Yeah. And we couldn't do it without the team.
Even for our customers, we want them to be educated on their hair, on the hair type, because a lot of people don't even know, like, the certain hair types that they have, what kind of styles they can do, what they can't do, and just how to manage it in general. Because you can go in and get a great haircut, and then you get home and you wash your hair, you can't, you have no idea how you got it.
Sure.
Exactly.
So we want them to be able to take that with them and feel great, for it. Am I explaining that right?
Yeah. Okay. So why a salon? Why move in that direction versus another direction?
Sure. The barbershop was one of our main focuses when we came on. We always, as an entrepreneur, you're always looking 5 years ahead of the game. If you focus on the now, you're going to be stuck within the now. And so we're always looking at what's next, what is going to be able to serve our future goal. And we actually had another entity that we was focusing on that was nothing to do with the barbershop. But we've seen a paradigm shift in the situation, because a lot of people are like, oh, I want my wife's hair done. Y'all do such great work. You do phenomenal work. And so the ladies started coming in and getting their hair services done by some of our artists. Because we teach a cross-reference. Some of them are cosmetologists, some of them are barbers, and we're actually working on getting everybody licensed as a dual license, so they have their barber's license as well as cosmetology license. So we're just a world of information and knowledge in one substance. Yeah. And we noticed that there's a big need for color services, and we noticed that the culture of the barbershop was kind of becoming universal, and we wanted to keep it that old traditional culture that I grew up with. And so it was like, well, how can we combat that? How do we keep the culture? Well, let's just build a salon and accommodate the people that want our education and want our services, but let them have their culture, because they need that. Yeah. And so in Tullahoma, there's different demographics, different backgrounds, and so we're just bringing that here. So you're having the big city feel and look, or a small country barbershop, and you're getting exactly the experience and the culture that you deserve. So that's where we push on to the salon.
So we talked about obstacles a few minutes ago. What about some challenges that you faced along the way?
A lot of our challenges were budgeting. Budgeting would probably be our biggest thing. Just like any entrepreneur, that's you have to have money to grow. You don't have to have money to make money. You just have to find a way to hustle it through. And we worked it on. We didn't go to a bank. We didn't ask for money. We said, hey, this is what we have. What do we need to do with what we got? Yeah. We had it all planned out. And then right when we thought we had it all figured out, the world said, "Holla at me, laugh at you." And here's about $5,000 worth of plumbing you got to fix before you ever get started. And it's like, well, shoot, there goes. There went that. And so, like I said, we've been just really blessed that people have helped us. People in the community are starting to pull together. It's like, hey, I can help you with that. Hey, I can help with that. And so, that obstacle of budgeting was our biggest thing. It's like, how do you expect the unexpected when it comes with that? So.
And I would say too, once the barbershop opened, we didn't have the same time as we had before to have the conversations that we need to be having.
That's true.
And so we got so involved in the day-to-day, making the barbershop run and be successful, that all of this other stuff, was getting just kind of pushed back. So now we're trying to come back and refocus what we actually started our partnership for. And I think that, we're in the right direction again.
Yeah, good.
Definitely a blessing and I wouldn't say a curse, but definitely a blessing and obstacle, just because a lot of entrepreneurs have that. They have a goal, and then the grind comes, and well, now you got to serve your guest. And we're open 7 days a week from 8 in the morning till 7 at night. And sometimes we're there till 10 or 11 o'clock at night just because we have people out the door waiting 4 or 5 hours. And so, we buy them dinner, ice cream. We're all about serving that. Like, hey, this is what we can do for you. And so, but how do we have time working 18, 19, 20 hours a day to sit down and do budget meetings or, hey, focusing on our strategies? And so, love it. Love the challenges.
So what do you wish that people that are watching knew about your business that they might not know about your business?
The biggest thing is, we are known for the barbershop, the Blackfoot barbershop, the Blackfoot beard products, the culture of the barbershop. Jennifer and I, we partnered up with KJB Enterprises, and it's a social enterprise. We're social entrepreneurs. And so our biggest thing is the community, giving back. So 10% of everything that we earn, all of our earnings in any one of our programs, any of the entities, goes right back into the community. Every month we have a board meeting that goes through and says, what person or what team or what does the community need that we can help and give back?
Wow.
And so we have a special savings account that doesn't matter what's going on, that is our primary focus is giving 10% back to someone somehow, the community, a small business that wants to open up. And that's what we do, is helping other people opening up other businesses. We have a salon here in town that they was like, hey, I want to be where you are. How do you do what you do? And I said, well, what's your dreams? She said, I want what you want. I was like, great, here's how we do it. Let's make it happen. And so we help them open up their own salon and grow them. It's like, that's your competition? There's no such thing as competition. It's a team that's making things better for each other. And that's what I love, since you've been on board for the past 17 years, is there? And like watching Tullahoma grow. We have a Publix now, and I know some things that are coming in the future through Tullahoma. That wouldn't happen with a great, strong leader, and then people able to understand your vision and going that. And so that's what we continue to do, is pull together, cross-network, $5 treasures. Jason and the team are amazing, and the Sun Drop Shop is helping out. There's so many. And that's what the biggest thing on, and that's what we want people to realize and know is that as a social entrepreneur, our focus is, yes, make money to grow, but money is not success. That purposeful living, that purposeful giving back to the community, and seeing them grow, that's what makes me happier than anything. When some person changes their lives, go from being homeless to making $100,000 in 6 months, like I love seeing that growth.
Sure. Listen, I've been doing this a long time, and I don't know that I've ever heard that any organization sets aside 10% of their revenue to assist the community. That's amazing. So congratulations. I'm proud of both of you.
Thank you.
And I'm really proud of you on so many levels. Both of you, and I appreciate you being on the program today. I think you've really given some insight for some prospective entrepreneurs or even current entrepreneurs as to how to overcome and to the importance of planning. So I appreciate both of you and the work that you've done. So if anyone is watching and desires to be an entrepreneur, then please let us know. We want to assist you at every step of the way. So thanks for watching, and I appreciate you watching Around the Kitchen Table, and we'll see you again next time. Thank you.